Ross.
Gentleman from Florida is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Nugent. Today I rise to offer my support to hold the Attorney General in contempt of Congress. In December 2010, Border Patrol agent Brian Terry was killed with a gun that was allowed to walk across the border as a result of Operation Fast and Furious. Mr. Speaker, some, including this Attorney General, and some of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle state that this operation began in a previous administration. This is demonstrably false, and nothing could be further from the truth. While there was a program under the previous administration known as Wide Receiver, the differences are quite stark. Under Wide Receiver, weapons were tracked, the Mexican government was involved, and no one died as a result of that operation. In fact, Operation Wide Receiver ended in late 2007, nearly 2 years before Fast and Furious began and nearly 9 months before this president was sworn into office. Fast and Furious allowed guns to walk across the Mexican border with no tracking, no involvement by Mexican officials. Over 2,000 firearms disappeared across the border under this failed operation. Hundreds of Mexicans are dead because of this failed operation. An American hero and United States Marine, Agent Brian Terry, is dead because of this failed operation. Agent Terry stood his ground and told moms and dads across America that no one would hurt their children on his watch. He stood up and took that responsibility. To this day, and I mean no one in this administration has had the guts to stand up and say, it was my fault. Attorney General Holder has refused to comply with a congressional subpoena that was issued in October of 2011. I was a practicing attorney in the real world before I came to Congress. In the real world, Americans are expected to comply with subpoenas. Is the Attorney General any different? No, he is not. Are we just supposed to take Mr. Holder's word that we have all the information? That may be how Washington works, Mr. Attorney General, but that is not how Main Street works. Mr. Attorney General, what are you hiding? What are you hiding from the Brian Terry family? What are you hiding from the American public? I've said it before and I will say it again. You can delegate authority, but you cannot delegate responsibility. Mr. Speaker, the Attorney General can stonewall all he wants. The Attorney General can misremember all he wants. But whether he likes it or not, today responsibility will land on his desk. Mr. Speaker, I applaud Chairman Issa for his steadfast leadership in the pursuit of the truth. I applaud my colleagues on the other side of the aisle who are putting the search of truth before party. Request 15 seconds.
Mr. Speaker, I yield another 15 seconds.
The gentleman is recognized for an additional 15 seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I applaud all of those like Agent Terry who wear the uniform of the armed forces or stand on the border and guard our nation. Agent Terry knew a thing or two about duty. He died while on duty. It is now the duty of this Congress to hold those responsible and accountable for this failed operation. We will not forget, and we will always stand with you. I yield back.